I've got a front roller off of a Toro 4500D deck mower, also 3500D or 4300D, etc. I'm going to demonstrate rebuild process. Take one of the end brackets and I'm going to put both end brackets in the slot, the long slot that's on the right hand side of the frame. I'm going to put it in so the bottom leg of the bracket is pointing left. Slide it to the end, pull it back about ½ an inch or so, and then lock it down. Take the roller, sit it up here, off to the side just a little bit, stand it up there. Put the other end bracket so that the bottom leg is pointing to the right. Slide it up to touch the roller and then pull it back about 1/8 of an inch or so and lock it down. That's going to allow me to put the roller in, pull the bearing out, and then flip it around and do the other side, and then take it out and put another roller in without having to move anything. This first one I'm going to do, these bearings are still intact, so we're going to use the 5/8 inch collet and insert it. There's a spacer inside there. When you slip the pin in and shove it in, if it doesn't want to go all the way in, it's probably because there's some crud and rust built up inside that spacer, and it's not going to allow the feet of these jaws to expand fully. So if that happens, just take an Allen wrench or something and clean most of that crud in there away. Then you should be able to slip it in and expand it. Push the pin all the way in. Then I'm going to put the puller bridge with the bottom leg pointing to the left so that it's going to butt up against this bottom leg of the bracket. I usually install both the long standoffs. I'm just going to install one of them here so I don't obstruct your view. Tighten the puller bridge down. Jacking screw and the fine threaded jacking nut. Go in, screw into the puller. And this is going to align itself once we get a little tension on the puller. Screw it all the way in and back off about a ½ a turn. And then tighten the jacking nut. And I use a 15mm wrench to hold this, prevent it from turning. Slide the pin back out and remove the puller from the bearing. Spacer comes out. Like I said, you can flip it around and do the same to the other end. if the bearing has deteriorated enough so it comes apart and the inner race of the bearing falls out, we will use the 1 1/4 to 1 1/2 inch puller collet. This one is included in the Model A tamer. I'm going to expand it so the feet of the collet are going to expand inside of the groove, the inner groove on that race. Screw the jacking screw all the way in until it stops, and then back off a 1/2 turn. Bearings out. Now when I install the bearings on these, I can lay this down flat on the bench to do the first one. Drive the first one in, and then to do the next one, you don't want to lay that new bearing on, you don't want it to lay rested on anything. So I'm going to use this insert. This happens to be the 2-inch tapered insert. I'm going to rest this on top of it there. Put the spacer in. And drive the new bearing in. And that's all there is to rebuilding those.